Alright guys, welcome to the stream. Hopefully the audio sounds better today. I did actually try and go in and fix it, so if it's sounding better, that's great. If not, I fucking tried. So today I wanted to go into a little bit of why Darkside Phil hates Maximillian Dood. And then I wanted to talk about a whole bunch of other shit. I can't remember because I'm stupid. So I wanted to talk about the trolls invading King Cobra JFS panel, right? And then I wanted to talk, obviously, about Sub-Zero, and then another King Cobra video, probably. But we might start out with a little bit of retro react fill. Oh Lord. Oh Lord.
Chaps. Gentle chaps.
Oh fucking A. Alright. Alright, guys. Let me move this down. Let me take this off. So... Oh, bro, what the fuck? Ah. I forgot I had my hair tie in. Ah, god damn it. Ah, I pulled my hair. But anyway. Alright. Let's pause this goddamn music, bro. Okay. Now, let's watch some DSP. Oh, Lord. I'm not even gonna waste time. This just goes.
So wait, why is he's the one with the bum leg and he's pushing? The other guy just stands there doing nothing? Oh, he stands there cowering. Well, you're the healthy one, you asshole. Clementine is helping push, but not that guy over there? Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty sure the dude by the truck was looking and making sure the zombies didn't advance too close. Dum-dum. What was Clementine supposed to do? Stand there and fight off zombies if the zombies got too close? Was the child supposed to fight off fucking zombies, you dumbass?
Does this fucking thing work? What is this? I only drive American. Stop the car immediately.
Oh shit.
This is not a Ford.
Clementine is 8 in this? Okay, she's 8 years old. Got it.
They mostly come out at 9. Mostly.
That was an Alien reference.
It was a road. It was a dirt road.
Well, they survived the day. There's some fucking farm now. Oh, look at this car. It's like a fucking crazy-ass paint job. Lightning bolts on the side.
You know what's funny? In the TV show and the comic, that's kind of what happens. So they're in the city. Well, actually, I guess first they're in the city. Then they're in suburbia. Then they go to a farm. So it's funny that this game, like, within the first half an hour, they're on a farm, similar to the story of the show or comic.
Ding, 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 ding.
My mom was going to be in this.
Oh, I think I'm getting
I'll
some
catch you tomorrow
feedback
night.
here.
It was nice to meet you both.
Probably dead.
Thank God you're okay.
Huh.
I was worried it'd be bad here, too.
Been quiet as usual the past couple days. Old Brecken down the way thinks his mare's gone lame, but that ain't nothing new.
I wouldn't have made it back without Chet.
Well, I'm glad you took him with you then.
Now, who are these assholes?
Phones are loud as shit.
Can I pause it? Ah, there we go. Cool. I just wanted to see escape pauses. Nice.
You actually pause
All right, so
in
your
the
boy is a
narrative.
lifesaver,
That's
say
good.
that.
Your boy's a lifesaver. Glad he could be a help to somebody. So it's just you and your daughter then.
Oh, not his daughter. He was her neighbor.
Honey, do you
What
know
the
this
fuck?
man?
Dude.
You're gonna lie.
Yes.
Oh, she
Yeah.
lied.
Okay then. Well, looks like you hurt your leg pretty bad there.
Ouch.
Yeah, it's not doing so good. I can help you out. Sean, run on in and check on your sister. You take a seat up on the porch. and
Yeah,
I'll go see
it's
what I
not
can.
not doing good.
So says,
Brr, brr, brr.
wouldn't he feel some
Brr, brr,
weird
brr, brr.
feeling from his leg with how much blood he lost? I guess it depends on how deep that wound really is. I mean, we can't really tell it's a drawing, right? You can't really tell.
Wasn't he bit by this time? Honestly, I don't know. Property. Alright.
How realistically how bad the wound is when it's just drawn on his leg like that. But obviously it depends on the deepness. If it's a very deep wound and it's constantly still bleeding, then yeah, he's in trouble. If it was just kind of a gash on the surface, right? As long as it didn't tear into like muscle or into something serious, then he's probably all right. It's just nasty pain. He's making him limp. But once it's bandaged up, he should be better.
I'm Denzel Washington. You down south white folks think that all blacks look alike, so I can tell you whatever the fuck I want. And that was a
Let's have a
racist
look.
joke, so there.
Wow.
Yeah, this is swollen
Yes.
to hell.
It's swollen, it's cut, you asshole. Could be worse.
Could be worse. That's what it sounds like. Seems like things got awful bad in the cities. What did you say your name was?
Denzel, I told you.
Denzel.
It's Lee. Nice to meet you, Lee. I'm Herschel Green.
He knows my name.
How'd this happen?
I don't even remember. It's crazy back there in the city.
Of course.
It must
What a
be.
bitch.
What type of thing?
Didn't tell him
I
about
know.
the cop.
Plenty.
Rollor says most people don't enjoy hearing their voice on recording, so how do you feel about it? I would say when I first started, man, it bugged me. Like, I remember when I was a kid, like I was the voice on our answering
Shit.
machine at home, and when I would hear the answering machine play, it would literally bother me. I'd be like, wow, I sound like that. But the thing is, when you're on YouTube and you're talking on videos constantly, and
Bro,
it's how
what
do I
is
avoid
that
my own
feedback?
voice when I'm in all of my own content, right? So I kind of just got used to it. I'll be honest, like the audio here is what's bothering me. The echo and all the atmospheric noise really bothers me. But outside of that, it's not my voice doesn't really bother me just because I've heard it constantly for the last 15 years, all day, every day, right? Like all day I'm talking on a stream. So it's like, I better be used to my voice by now or else it'll be pretty obnoxious, right? What are you going to do? I received a generous $20 tip from Slie. I'm really enjoying this so far. Do you have a lot of nostalgia from playing this game? We mean from watching the game. But it's definitely taking me back to that era of content creation. Again, like I'm remembering back then, I would always try to drop pop culture references into the stuff that I was doing on purpose to make it be timely and whatever. In reality, what I did is I made it not timely because now you watch it 12 years later and you're like, a Snooki reference, two stupid FGC references that no one would understand today, right? Like, what did I do that for? Also, as you see, I'm doing racial humor. I don't do racial humor anymore. I'm doing racial humor back then, and back then no one found this offensive. Everyone thought that this video was fine, you know. But today, if I tried to make those kind of jokes, people would try to twist it in a way and be saying I'm racist or sexist or something, right? So, you know, but it's cool to watch it back. Again, this is the first time I've ever watched this playthrough back, ever. Never once have I ever done it. So it's kind of interesting to see how things have changed in 12 years.
And there's a lot of them.
Huh.
She had a few lonely days with nothing but the dead keeping her company.
I still just can't imagine it.
Consider yourself lucky.
House is full up with mine. I got another displaced family of 3 sleeping in the barn.
Huh.
You and your daughter are
Really?
welcome to rest there. We're done here. I didn't get your name, darling.
Clementine.
Can't imagine what you've been through, Clementine.
Looking after her until we find her parents.
Hey, Dad. So I'm thinking, first thing tomorrow, we gotta reinforce the fence around the farm.
First thing tomorrow.
That doesn't seem necessary.
What?
I don't know what you saw on TV or heard on the radio, but there's some serious shit hitting the fan. I don't think anyone knows how big it is yet.
Your son's right. You're gonna want to fortify this place.
Stuff like that doesn't happen around here, Sean.
Oh my God! Don't.
I'm serious.
Zombies
Lee,
just don't
come
happen
on.
around
Tell me
here.
what
It's
you saw
totally
out there,
common in
Dad.
other places, but not here, right? I'm pretty sure zombies have never happened anywhere before.
I got chased by a couple of dead people.
Well, do what you think you should. We got plenty of chores as it is.
Lee and those folks in the barn can help out in the morning. We gotta do it. Really.
I agree.
I already said okay. Well, I'm all done here. It should start to feel better tomorrow.
Thanks.
But you didn't even sew it. Did you see the size of that gash?
If it doesn't go down, you're probably dealing with an infection.
What do we do then?
We'll probably just have to shoot you.
Amputate. Amputate the leg
We'll
for the
clean
zombies.
redress it and you'll be fine.
Okay, that'd be preferable.
There's blankets and such in the barn. We'll be seeing you bright and early. Come tomorrow, which way you think you're headed?
Towards Macon, I suppose.
Making jokes about shooting a black man, you fucker. Deal with all this fucking racism and bullshit.
It's I just saw recently. I guess it was an ad, but
Oh,
apparently
Lord,
now
here we go.
they're inventing ways you don't even need to sew people up like stitches. You don't even need to do stitches anymore. They've got these new things that are like artificial stitches that's made of like rubberized plastic, and it has like a hard adhesive on it. And you just put the adhesive sides on the sides of the wound, and then you pull. It's like pull tabs, and it like tightens. And like it's really crazy new technology.
Oh God,
that they've got.
he's stupid.
And I guess this is something new that they're rolling out in the medical field now. So it might become cheap and commonplace that if you get a bad wound, you don't have to go to the hospital. You could just treat it yourself at home as long as you properly sterilize it. I don't know. I saw it. I saw it online though. I just received a $5 tip from Anonymous Tipper. All right, thank you for a $5 tip, Anonymous Tipper. I appreciate that. I'll play you a nice animation here while we keep watching.
Now we got this racist family who's letting us stay. Yes.
It smells like...
Shit.
What do you think it smells like?
You know.
Look where you are.
Know what it smells like.
Oh, by the way, I didn't even realize. Holy crap, guys!
Duty.
I didn't realize we hit the hat goal tonight. Sorry, it slipped my mind. I wasn't even thinking about it. We could do a quick poll for a hat on the stream. Sorry about that. It completely 100% slipped my mind. Let's do that. Thank you guys for your support tonight. Which hat is zombie best? The cowboy hat, the beret. Looks like a STARS agent murdering zombies. Man, what else would go with zombies of the hats that I have? I have no idea. What? Nothing if you think of zombies, right? The Punisher beanie, which I haven't put into the rotation in a while, or the red fedora, because you guys love the red fedora. There you go. Please vote in the chat for a hat.
I miss my mom and dad.
That's sad. She's never gonna see them again. Sounds like they were in too much
How far
trouble.
is Savannah?
Pretty far.
Oh, okay.
He turns and there's a zombie laying right next to him.
Zombie says, "Hello."
Hello.
I just said that.
They also let zombies sleep here. Uh-oh.
Oh man.
The hell happened? Huh. I wonder what really happened.
Dramatic
Why he was
past
arrested. I guess
coming
he's
back to
having a
bite him.
flashback to it.
Haunt him.
Hey, get up.
Whoa. Who the fuck are you?
Other people in the barn.
Itchy.
Well, you slept in a barn, little lady. Lucky you don't have spiders in your hair. But I bet your daddy scared them all away, huh?
I'm not her dad. Name's Lee.
I'm Kenny.
Dad, we're in the middle of a fence. There's a tractor and everything.
We better get going, or we won't hear the end of it.
Oh, that's right.
That's my
Isn't it, the
boy,
different
Kenji.
characters have different
We call him
colored
Duck,
text
though.
in this for their subtitles. I forgot about that. That's kind of neat. That way you always know who's talking.
Yeah, nothing bothers him. Like water off a duck's back, you know?
Yeah, we really fucking hated him, so we named him something
No
stupid.
kidding. But frankly, I think it's because
That's right. He
he's
named him
dumb
Doc.
and
His son's name is
Wow.
Doc.
But he makes up for it with enthusiasm.
Down south, we don't
Word
salt
is,
our
you
young
were on
ones.
your way to Macon.
My family's from there.
Well, Macon's on the way, and personally, I'd appreciate the company of a guy who can knock a couple of heads together if he has to.
What's up, Yoshino lover?
She'll tag along.
It's funny. What's your son's name? Oh, Doc. Oh, what's your dog's name? Oh, Christopher. Oh, we figured the dog should have a nice formal, nice name.
I'll see what the
Oh.
girls like.
Gotta consult the missus. I understand.
Just
Honey,
the look
Doc,
on
this
his
is Lee.
face, he
And,
looks like a
what's the girl's
moron.
name?
Clementine.
Clementine.
That is a very pretty name.
Thanks.
Well, we should get to work.
You'll be the
We've all
first
seen
to
what
die, I can
there's
tell.
there, so the faster we get this fence up, the better.
I want to build a fence.
Yeah? Well, I need a good foreman. You can sit on the tractor and yell at me whenever I take a water break.
On a tractor? Cool.
Duck and I will help too.
He turns on the tractor accidentally and murders them
I
all.
can keep an eye on your little girl here on the porch. We can visit.
No, if anything, what the Walking Dead show and comics show you is that in a post-apocalyptic environment, when all the chips are down, you know, and everything's messed up,
Lord, here
the
we
people
go.
are actually more dangerous than the zombies. Like, people just do crazy stuff. They do whatever they want for
Lord,
self-preservation,
here
and they'll
we
just slit your
go.
throat for a second to think that they're going to survive. So, you know, I'm joking here about stuff, but
Yes, in a world where the example is survival of the fittest, people do heinous things to survive because it's literally survival of the fittest. Wow. Such deep insight.
in reality, people would
What
just
a
go crazy
douche.
and do crazy stuff in this situation, likely, you know?
And I'll just stand here and do nothing useful. That's what I'm best at. Yes. Whoa, I'm walking in circles. Sure to check in with everyone you've met so far.
Hey there, Kenny.
Need any help? How's your son doing? What's your plan?
So what's your family's plan?
Get back on down to Lauderdale and let this mess get sorted out. Government will start handing out shots and the National Guard will do its thing. On the odd chance things got too bad, we could hop on my boat, I guess.
You've got a boat.
I'm a commercial fisherman, catching mackerel, dolphin, whatever's biting and paying.
That's right, I got a boat, bitch.
Katya wouldn't be wild about it, but the boat's not that bad.
That's interesting. To
Remember
know.
you just said dolphin. I just totally slipped my mind. He said he catches dolphins. Dolphins?
Yeah.
You're not supposed to catch dolphins. That's not like a...
You dumbass. It's the end of the fucking world and you're worried about them catching dolphins, bro? These people are literally out here murdering each other. And you're like, dolphins? You're not
prey
supposed to
fish
kill
to
them.
eat? Like, what? He catches dolphins? What do you do with them? Why are you catching them?
You
it just
can
dawned
eat
on
a
me, what?
dolphin.
Dolphins.
If you can eat it.
I only know one place in the world where
You
the
can eat
dolphins
it.
are hunted, and that's Japan, and it's awful, and everyone agrees, like, worldwide, it's a horrible thing they do over there. I don't know about catching the
What's your
dolphins.
son doing?
Good, I
You
think.
are such an
Katya's got a
idiot.
sister up in Memphis. We were coming back from visiting.
He's such a
We were at the gas
goddamn
station,
dummy.
and some guy grabbed my boy.
Whoa.
I thought he was kidnapping him. I was on the fucker in about 2 seconds and... Christ. Just lucky I was there. We saw a lot of bodies before we stumbled upon Herschel's.
Damn.
We're a tough family, Lee. Ain't nothing gonna faze us.
You showing an interest in his family.
Need any help?
No, I think I got it. Do you need any help?
What do you mean?
I mean, in taking care of that little girl. You know what you're doing? You got kids of your own?
I think I've got it handled okay. As long as I keep her safe, I think I'm doing all right.
Can you learn something
With
about
those
you?
things out there, maybe. Sure, that's enough. But you gotta ask yourself if you're the type of guy who can do better than that if her parents don't show up.
It's a good
I'll
point.
keep that in mind.
You might end up being the parental
That was an
figure for her
insightful
now.
comment. Holy crap. Some good writing in this game.
Yeah, it was
I like
insightful.
that.
You
Insightful
have
writing.
such pretty hair.
It gets lots of tangles.
Hey there, girls.
Let's see. She actually look relaxed.
You two actually look relaxed.
I think we're doing just fine. Clementine was just telling me about first grade.
Oh, how was that?
It's easy.
Well, yeah. So, you're good?
Anyway, it's almost like we didn't see people eating each other for the past 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, okay.
I saw enough zombie movies that I'm kind of desensitized.
That's something to say in front of a
What are you
kid.
doing? Corpses aren't walking around.
I'm a veterinarian back in Fort Lauderdale, like Herschel here, except more with dogs and cats and not horses. What is it that you do, Lee?
I used to teach up at the University of Georgia.
We need to hope that we can go back to our jobs soon, Lee. Back to normal. It can't stay like this.
Oh, it's over. Feeling conscious of a veterinarian.
No, I used to. I was let go a little while back.
That's too bad. Well, I hear people always clamber back to college after a big disaster. People don't want to die ignorant, I guess.
Interesting.
Okay. Good spot
Alright,
here
I
actually
was-
to split the part. So we'll do that. And a couple quick shout outs. So let's see here. It looks like I received a $2 tip. Okay, anonymous tipper says, I started your Walking Dead Telltale playthrough a couple weeks ago. First, I didn't like it much, but once I saw some characters from the actual show make cameos, it gets me hooked. Right. There's a couple characters from the show that are cameo appearances in this series, but they're never really a major part. Like, they'll show up from time to time, but they're kind of in and out, if I remember correctly. So, yeah, don't expect, if you're a fan of the show, don't expect, like, major crossovers with the characters, but you may see a little Easter egg here or there, you know what I mean? Thank you very much for the tip, and it looks like Cowboy Hat has won, so when we come back here, I'll have Hat in tow. We shall continue on with my retro react to The Walking Dead. I'll see you then. Okay, I'm going to grab the hat, but I also need to pee quickly before we continue here. I'm hoping we're already 4 parts in, which is a good start. So let's keep going, keep that momentum.
Oh, he's back already.
All right, I'm just going to use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Uh-oh. Oops.
Okay, let's continue. Here we go. Cool. Ready to continue? Here we go. Derek, I'll see you later. Have a good night. Alrighty, here we go, everyone. Let's continue. Welcome back, everyone, to my retro react of the Walking Dead Telltale series Season 1, Episode 1 playthrough. So far, I'm having fun. Definitely interesting to re-experience this game 12 years later. I don't remember these intro parts at all. I really don't. Like, I specifically remember another part coming up probably in a future season, or a future episode, I should say. And I remember the end. I don't remember any of these parts in between, so this is kind of cool to see kind of the build-up and the character development, and to see that the writing is already really good right at the beginning. I want to say thanks to everyone here hanging out with me on the stream tonight, and to everyone watching on demand as well. I hope you're enjoying. Remember, if you like this series, please remember to like the videos and leave comments on the videos. Let me know what you think, and let's roll on, shall we? Let's continue. Here we go.
City.
How did you handle getting through the city?
Kenny just drove. We passed so many people that needed help, and we just passed people over some.
What are you gonna do?
That's fucked up.
It's okay. It's fine. You don't have to say anymore.
I want to go home tomorrow, but even then I can't take away the things we...
Go! Run out!
Don't you want to go back to the moment before you knew about all of this?
Who wouldn't? Right? Exactly, who wouldn't?
Anybody in their right mind would. Families, barbecues, and beers with good friends.
All of those things.
Those are the things we live for, right? With those gone, what's the point? Back in a bit.
Okay, Lee.
Oh, I want to talk to her.
You having a nice time with Katya and Clementine?
Yeah.
That's it? Alright. Oh, shit.
Super
Wrong
simple.
way.
He's like
Can't go in the
stuck. Did you
house,
see that?
alright.
His leg was sticking out, but he wasn't. He was like moving, sliding on one foot.
So we're going out back. Probably help build the fence. Doop-a-doop-a-doop. Sean! Sean!
Oh god, Heavy Rain reference.
Sean! Oh. Oh.
There we go.
They let you go back in the barn? There's nothing there.
You know how to drive it?
Sure don't. I can give you a hell of a critique of the U.S. Farm Bill.
I'm good.
The what? The U.S. Farm Bill?
Hello, bag of hammers. He is dumb as a bag of hammers. Look at him. Look at this fucking wave.
Wow.
He is a fucking cantaloupe right there. Oh, that's funny.
Sean's still working on that fence. Do you, think this thing will keep him out?
Nope.
Not yet. I'm planning on coming back through on a fortification pass, if you will. We'll lock this place up good.
It is true. Doug looks like Sid from Toy Story.
Fuck no.
He kind of does.
Fuck no, this will not hold up.
Does he torture his toys?
Alright, talk to everyone. Now what? I don't see anything else that you can look at. You go this way? No.
Seems like those two are getting along.
How's he supposed to talk to you?
I don't see anything else to even look at or do. What am I supposed to do here? Oh, wait.
It's just whatever scraps I could find around the property.
That's it? That's seriously it?
Do you, think this
Oh
thing
my
will
god,
keep
why
him
do the
out?
same stuff again?
Not yet. I'm
Blah,
planning on
blah.
coming back through on a fortification pass, if you will. We'll lock this place up good.
Sean's still working on that fence.
Come on, Phil, it's 12 years later and I'm
Oh,
watching
he's
you
there
back.
to
You got time is of the essence. Let's get moving. Stop
Pain in
thinking
the ass,
around.
mostly.
Phil of the
Big,
past. How dare
heavy
you?
as hell, and slower than,
Sales says at least these zombies don't evolve like Resident Evil zombies or Last of Us mushroom zombies. Yeah, these are traditional movie zombies, pretty much. Although they do have a uniqueness to the lore. Again, I kind of don't want to spoil it because I think it does come up in the games later on, the uniqueness to the zombies in this universe. But
how you doing, Doc?
they are like more movie shambler zombies. They don't change form or anything.
I'm the foreman. Lift with your back, Sean.
Hey, Lee.
Need a hand?
That'd be great. If you could cut those 2 guys to length, that'd sure speed things up.
Uh-oh. I feel some riveting gameplay coming up here.
My dad doesn't know how bad it is.
No, he doesn't.
I saw a guy in Atlanta kill a kid.
Oh.
A boy. Just shot him right in the face.
Damn.
Was the boy one of the walkers?
Was the boy one of the walkers?
I don't even know. He was either attacking the guy or asking for help.
Huh.
He didn't even hesitate. He just turned, put the barrel of the gun right between the kid's eyes, and pulled the trigger.
Oh!
You don't see things like that. It's not like in the movies.
That's called a problem solver.
Fall like you
Wow.
Did you have to do it?
Do what?
Kill. Have you had to off one yet?
Yep.
Oh,
Yes, I did.
bastard. Poor girl's brain tail.
Whoa. I couldn't do that. I'm just glad we're getting
Sean
this
won't
fixed.
forget that.
Dad just wants to keep the family safe and thinks inviting people in is a bigger threat than whatever's out there. How about yours? How's your family?
Parents are making.
My brother and parents are in Macon. I hope.
Oh man, I hope so too. Maybe it's not too bad there. That's probably all I need cut for now. Thanks.
One piece? All he needs is one piece of wood cut? What? Sure.
And Sean, thanks again for the ride.
No problem, Lee. Couldn't leave you behind. Anyway, when you see my dad around, you might want some help in the barn.
I couldn't leave Denzel Washington behind. What do you mean you're not Denzel? It's the only reason I fucking helped you.
Wow.
God damn it.
You should know that if you weren't leaving with Kenny today, I wouldn't stand for your lack of honesty last night.
Oh.
I'm not sure I follow.
How'd you get out of Atlanta?
He knows you're in a prison outfit. He recognized it.
I got a ride and then I was in a wreck. Walked until your boy found me.
Well, you're no worse for wear.
This farm's a nice plot of land.
Had you told me 20 years ago I'd still be doing this, I would have told you that you were full of crap. Never was a plan, having a place like this. It was in the family, and I guess so was I. Family's important. It's all that matters. You agree with that?
What am I doing to the
Was
camera? You hear the
brought up to,
clicking? I keep hitting the
yes.
camera.
Where's your family now? Parents? Wife? Girlfriend?
Parents are in Macon.
My parents are in Macon with my brother.
Well, I hope they're all right. But now you've got this little girl to take care of. Clementine, is it? You just stumbled up on her?
I was looking for help in her house.
Yeah, I was looking for help in our house.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Uh-oh.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't know who you are or what you did. Let's say things don't get better back in the cities, or they get worse before they do. You're going to have to depend on the honesty of strangers if you're going to make it.
Ah.
And if those same people get to questioning yours, you're going to be in trouble. But at least you have the common sense to listen to a man giving you advice.
Oh,
That
shit.
doesn't sound good.
Go! I'll get my gun.
That is not good. Oh, no. They got him.
The kid drove the tractor into his leg.
Wait, what? Oh, no. What do you do? They're both gonna die. I think you have to make a choice and one dies and one survives. If I remember correctly.
What's going on? Oh. Good stuff.
Eddie, help, please!
No, seriously, I was joking about him driving the tractor into them, but I forgot. I guess this really happens. I didn't even realize that.
I knew that would happen.
Nathan, for God's sakes. Oh, no, that's terrible. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Fuck.
Wow.
I tried.
Wow.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm okay, Pop.
Yeah, right.
I can fix you, don't worry. We'll stitch you up.
It
Wow.
almost got me, man.
Yeah, it almost got you.
He tried to save me.
I know, son.
That sucks.
Fuck. Well, he's gonna turn into a zombie. That sucks. I'm supposed to choose the kid, right? Of course.
Get out.
Huh.
Get the fuck out of here! I'm sorry. Sorry? Your son is alive. You don't get to be sorry.
Wow.
You tried to help him, but this piece of shit let him die.
Wow.
You can't blame Kenny.
The hell I can't. You watch your back. Until it's your daughter and you need his help.
Huh.
Please. Just go. Get out and never come back.
Damn. It's weird he's blaming Kenny, but Kenny didn't do it. Did I miss
Like, he
something?
ran
Kenny saved
away.
his
No
son.
matter what.
I'm lost.
That's the
Why is he mad
point.
at Kenny?
He ran away. Dumb his ass.
Got that
He
right to
ran
make it if you
away.
want.
Nice.
He sacrificed his son to save his own.
So his dumbest fucking bricks kid drove over Sean and forced him to get killed by zombies.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's what happened. Is the kid. But I mean, even then,
Right
in
to
that
me.
situation, you can't blame the kid. It probably wasn't intentional. The zombie showed up. He probably freaked and hit the gas by accident and, you know, hit the guy. So it's just all horrible accidental shit happening. And then, I mean, Kenny did what any father would do. He saved his son and he got him away from the zombies. So why would he be upset? I don't know. It's a little weird that he's upset at Kenny in that situation. Right? Those Who Real Vibe says, this is why you're my favorite YouTuber. Back then I saw other YouTubers would have picked Sean over Duck. They didn't. I chose the minority choice, basically. Maybe I think most people would have picked the kid because he's a kid. Yeah, I don't even know why I picked Sean. I have no idea. I have no clue. I just picked something quick. Keep in mind, I wasn't used to, again, I wasn't good at quick times. I wasn't on-the-fly decisions. This is the first game that's like that, where the on-the-fly decision is, like, super important. So, but although I don't think there's a better out, like, I chose to save Sean, he still died. So it seems like this is a case where it's like the illusion of choice. No matter what you picked, Sean would have died anyway. At the same time, because of the choice you made, Kenny likes you, right? I received a $1.30 tip from Dick Dickerson talking about drinking Four Locos and asking if I watch WrestleMania. It's the stupidest thing I've ever heard. Thanks to the $1 tip. Let's continue. Look like I watch WrestleMania. I look a little busy, don't I? The fuck? That's a stupid thing to say.
Well, this is as far as we're going.
And it's far enough.
No gas? I guess not.
Alright.
Oh shit, look at this town.
It fucked up. God damn it. Just kill me. I'll try again.
I really don't remember any of this. Wow.
Hey there. You friendly? Truck's run out of gas.
Oh, he's very friendly.
Thank you. Thanks for inviting us.
Oh shit.
What a coincidence. We all have gas to give you. Come over here. Oh my god. Duck already? Jesus. Yo, Duck cannot stay out of trouble.
That's right. Shoot willy-nilly. Waste those bullets.
We can't take risks like this. And we can't just let people die either.
Huh.
When I say that door stays shut no matter what.
Oh shit, Slither Hamilton.
I don't know who these people are. It could be dangerous.
Worse, they could have let them right to us.
Where the hell is your humanity? They would have died out there.
Then we let them.
Wow.
We have kids with us.
I see one little girl.
What is it?
I have to pee.
Oh no.
I'd go out there again in a second.
Just go. Go ahead.
In a minute, Clem.
They've got kids, Lily.
Those things outside don't care.
Maybe you should go join them then. You'll have something in common. God damn it, Lily. You have to control these people.
Carly and Glenn just ran out there.
I don't give a flying fuck. We're in a war zone.
She's the leader here. But it looks like she's losing control of her people.
If you were in my shoes, you'd be the...
Holy shit.
Oh.
Is he?
No, he wasn't bitten.
He wasn't, right?
Hell, he wasn't. We have to end this now.
He wasn't bitten, you fucking asshole.
Body. We'll dig one hole.
No, I'm cleaning him up. There's no bite. He's fine.
Don't you fucking people get it? We've already seen this happen. We let someone with a bite stay and we all end up bitten. Shut up. We gotta throw him out. Or
Bro, I'm
smash
fucking
his
up.
head in.
Kenny, stop it!
Yo.
What do we do about this guy?
Gee, this guy's crazy.
Just a boy. It's...
Lily, I'll handle
But
this.
your heart, Dad. You need to calm down.
Oh, it's her dad.
Reason with him.
With the bloody end of an axe handle, maybe. Nobody threatens my boy.
Everyone chill the fuck out! Nobody is doing anything.
Shut up, Lily. And you, shut the fuck up. They will find us, and they will get in here, and none of this will fucking matter. But right now,
He's panicking.
we're about to be trapped in here with one of those things.
Getting intense.
What the hell are you talking about? He's bitten. That's how you turn.
He's not bitten. Lee, stop this. It's upsetting him.
Oh, I'm upsetting him. Upsetting is getting eaten alive.
Dad, get it. It's a big deal.
What if this was your daughter?
Never would have happened.
Oh, yeah.
Some snot-nosed toddler, okay? She's United States Air Force.
It's crazy, like the dialogue. Wow, I can't pause it. The dialogue is so fast. It's like you're trying to keep track of everything going on. You know, it's like whoa, it's well written, but it's fast paced. Like okay, so there's an info drop there. Someone's in Air Force. This is
It's
that.
not
This one's
really
father.
that
This was
difficult.
this one's that. It's tricky. It's tricky to follow it along, right? And if I remember, now I'm starting to remember this. I think some stuff happens like really fast here too, if I remember correctly. Anyway, I received a $2 tip. Someone talking about wrestling. I'm not going to talk about wrestling. We're not talking about wrestling tonight. We're watching The Walking Dead. Thanks. And then I got another $1.30 tip. Dick Dickerson here again. Yakuza is dope. Lost Judgment is God. Did you see? No, he's still talking about wrestling. I don't know. These people are just all talking about wrestling, so I'm going to ignore them and keep watching the show. There you go.
I'm gonna kill it, Cat. Just worry about Duck.
Lee,
Yeah?
There's someone in there.
Oh, shit.
Just locked. Keys behind the counter.
No.
Probably.
It's not. There's a zombie in
I'm
there.
not the bad guy here. I'm just looking out for my daughter. No, you're just the guy arguing for killing a kid. He's covered in muck. She'll find the bite. Watch. She won't. And if she does, the first thing he'll do is sink his teeth into his mom's face. Then, once she's dead, he'll probably pounce on your little girl.
It's a little boy. I think we can handle it.
A little boy? He'll be an uncontrollable man-eater. It's not gonna happen. It is. And we're tossing him out now.
You got to stop him.
No! You don't touch that boy. You don't touch anybody.
Huh.
I've got a little girl I'm trying to protect in here, too. You want to get violent, you old fuck? Well, come on! You better have a plan to kill me, though, because it's me before anyone else in here!
Zombie! Zombie in the bathroom.
Toilet. Zombie toilet. Get that fucker. Q. I'm pressing it. There we go. Fuck him. Who's a zombie doing in a toilet? He's taking a long shit. He's been in it for like a week.
He shat so long he died.
You okay?
He took a shit so long he converted into a zombie on the toilet.
Where would this guy come from? Come, remember you protected her. Nice. Oh shit.
Everybody down. Stay quiet.
Look at the idiot.
So tense. Woo. This game is tense, man.
What is that?
I don't know.
Thank God for whatever it is.
We almost died because of this bitch and Richie Triggerfinger.
Oh my God, this guy.
That was.
Oh, so he's gonna have a heart attack. Oh shit. Oh, this game is insane.
What's wrong with him? Was he the one? I told him to calm down.
What's wrong with him?
It's his heart.
My pills.
Nitroglycerin pills?
Yes, we're out. We've been trying to get into the pharmacy since we got here.
Oh my God.
Please try to get in there. Behind the counter where the pills are.
Oh, now I have to go?
I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money. I really need that money. Really need that money. I need that money. I really, really do. I need that money.
Alright, so let's see what's up with why DSP hates Maximillian Dood.
Really, that money. A few months ago, I think it was like 2 months ago, 1 month ago, 2 months ago, he made a video, and the video is basically what is happening to MK1. Why is MK1's player base running away? Now, here's the thing. I'm going to fast forward through his intro because it's this big elaborate thing. Here's the deal with MK. It's always the same cycle with Mortal Kombat.
Oh,
okay?
Lord, no.
The game comes out and it's white hot popular. Everyone talks about it. Everyone wants it. Everyone runs out and buys it. In fact, Mortal Kombat regularly outsells both Street Fighter and Tekken 8. It's popular for everyone, and they like a sadly not meant to be the more serious MK1, but didn't work even with all the D4, but it's sales that are much higher. While these other games do have longevity, they'll have people buying them seasonally, getting seasonal update passes, playing in tournaments, sponsorship, right? But it's a flash in the pan success that always goes away right away. Okay.
Oh Lord, he's so dumb.
I'm curious what Max is going to say, because my take is this is literally what happens with every single Mortal Kombat. It never changes. It's the endless cycle of Mortal Kombat's hype for a month, 2 months, and then people realize it's not a very good game, and then they stop playing it competitively.
What?
And only casuals are left, and then that dies out, and it's dead. You'll get a little bit of hype when a DLC character comes out, and then that's it. It'll just get dropped. Okay? So, let's see. Ready? Let's see what he has to say. I'm curious. What the hell?
I noticed pretty fast as well. And I also noticed this back in MK11, much less also in Justice 2. Obviously, NRS games have a huge casual audience. The shelf life of like what's enjoyable to watch in the game will last like a little while.
No,
Super made the same
Peter,
observation
go
I
on.
did, and he really likes the game like I do. I actually really enjoy this game. To solidify my stance for anybody that's curious, my feelings of MK1, what's going on in the community right now with it, which is pretty wild. I enjoy the game. I actually really do. It's just that I'm still waiting on a character, and the characters that I have played and the ones I've eventually settled on is like Havoc. Even though Havoc is cool, and I'm enjoying my time with him, the only character of the entire roster that I want to go back and play, so I'm definitely in a character crisis. So anyway, long story short, new characters came out, I try them, and Quan Chi's really not for me, so I just don't come back because it's like, okay, yeah, I'm just going to kind of wait on hope that Takeda or Ermac is fun. Because again, my stance is that I didn't like MK11 as a game, and it had crazy cool characters. Now, I think MK1 is a great game, but it just doesn't have characters I want to play yet. So anyway, Super made the observation that people just kind of dropped off, like really hard. The amount of...
In the first fucking sentence, he absolutely contradicts what DSP said. Maximillian Dood literally just said he thinks Mortal Kombat is a good game. And you're out here saying that Mortal Kombat is a bad game. You're a dumbass.
Of people like watching MK1 just in general, between tournaments or just overall viewership, everyone just sort of lost interest really fast. So there's a couple of things to boil that down to, and it's the fact that every previous NRS game It's a pretty big casual draw at the start, and eventually it teeters out.
Completely
MK1
correct.
seemingly lost a huge amount of its casual audience, I'd say, in the first few weeks.
Yeah.
How did that happen? MK1 just didn't have the features MK11 had. MK11 was a game that just had characters people liked more, amount of content that was worth playing more. And what happens in that situation? Well, you get folks that are, you know, not super big on fighting games, but they kind of like this one because it has stuff that they like in it. And they're going to watch streams and they're going to check out the game and see how it's doing. For perspective, how much does this game sell? It sells more than Street Fighter 6.
Yes.
It's selling just fine. But will it overall go on to be a better, like a bigger game than MK11 or even MKX? I don't think so. I was saying this before. I think this is the first NRS game that's going to like falter. That's going to like stumble a bit. That's kind of happened, right? Where people just don't as much enjoy watching the game, and the overall interest in either new DLC characters or general gameplay of the game is sort of like gone down. And that's exactly what Super was saying. He has a big amount of audience that just love NRS games and they just watch his stuff. But the majority of perspective was like people just lost interest because there was no content. And people didn't like the microtransaction stuff, and people didn't like how buggy the game was. And
right, keep in mind, at launch, MK1 was broken. We didn't even know that the game was completely unbalanced for 2 weeks, and then they had to patch it to fix it. Player 1 and 2 weren't equal. It was literally a broken competitive fighting game.
So
Why would you play it,
goddamn
right?
stupid. Oh my god.
No, for me, it's the same thing that I said when the game came out. The game
No,
engine
it
is a step
isn't.
back. Instead of being a step forward, like
Peter,
Street Fighter
knock
6
it
is a
off.
huge step forward for Street Fighter with the amount of complexity in the game engine. MK1 is a step back. They removed complexities they added in MK11.
No, they
and made it more
didn't.
simple, but not as fun to play because it's so simple. The online connections are terrible compared
It
to other fighting
doesn't
games.
make sense. It made it more simple to play, but it's bad because it's so simple. That doesn't make fucking sense.
MK1 by far has the worst online play between that, Street Fighter 6, and Tekken 8, which were all released within a 6-month period. It's just way inferior. Super laggy matches compared to the other games. Why would it have longevity? I told you, I felt like this one, MK1, was not an attempt to make a good Mortal Kombat. It was just an attempt to make a game to make some money quick so they could fund something and make the next game. Because remember, they were alternating for a while between Mortal Kombat, Injustice, Mortal Kombat, Injustice. All of a sudden, no Injustice 3. So what's going on? Oh, quick, rush this other Mortal Kombat out so we can at least have some money coming in, and then we'll work on the next big game or something afterward, right? That's what it seems like to me. It doesn't seem like the effort was really put into Mortal Kombat 1 at all. It's kind of an afterthought wedged in game so they can release something to generate revenue. It just doesn't have the longevity of anything else. Like, it has that board game mode or whatever, but I don't think that board game mode is as good as, say, the Crypt, where the Crypt is a little bit more interesting with exploration and kind of funny, silly stuff in it. The campaign was not as good as Mortal Kombat 9, 10, or 11, right? The campaign was way inferior, terrible writing.
Bro, to be fair, you said the writing in Street Fighter 6 was good. And the single player in Street Fighter 6 was revolutionary for fighting game. When all it was literally just the conquest mode from Mortal Kombat Deception.
And as for the gameplay, it's just not as... I mean, everything about it is inferior. The only thing better is maybe the graphics. That's it. Everything else sucked. So it's not surprising to see that the game fell off. I don't think that Max is saying anything different than anything that I've said.
And people
Bro,
didn't
he
like
said the
that.
game is
online
good.
takes forever to find matches, which...
Bro, he literally said the game is good and that it's fun, but for him, he's having an identity crisis with it and can't find a character that keeps his interest. He's saying it's a good game, but they didn't add enough casual things from past experiences to keep their predominantly casual audience invested. They went with a more, competitive mind, or a competitive-minded focus for the game, and went with minimal casual stuff, and a lot of the focus was on multiplayer competitive things, like a basic Street Fighter game. So it's bad for them, but not for Street Fighter.
Which is still easily one of the worst parts of the game, that I go online and it's hard to actually play this game.
Yep.
I'm seeing it all in my chat right now, and people have been saying overnight that the game's kind of boring to watch. And I was feeling that way with, obviously, MK11.
Yeah.
MK11 is a really dry game to watch. But this game gives you more stuff per character.
Again, when you look at Street Fighter 6, it's a flashy game with great visuals and tons of stuff that can happen at any time. Tekken 8.
Yeah. Yeah, but you're quite literally... It's flashy for morons who can't keep their attention at the game for longer than 15 seconds. I mean, when you're going into Street Fighter and your master plan is fucking low poke into fucking command grab into fucking special, like, get the fuck out of here, Phil. You suck at fighting games. And then you're gonna sit here and say that Mortal Kombat sucks because it's a simpler game, yet when you were playing it, you got completely shut the fuck out, bro. You got destroyed. Absolutely mollywopped. You got bodied into next fucking Tuesday. You got your ass kicked so bad, you spent $500 on a brand new fight stick to play Mortal Kombat, and you fucking dropped it in the same fucking day, bro. You didn't even last 2 fucking streams.
Same thing, flashy combos, everything. This game is like, there's a high-low mix-up and an assist that comes out, and you do one combo. That's the game. It's so boring. It's a fucking boring-ass game. They didn't make it any kind of... There's no hook to playing it. It's just kind of a one-trick pony game. It's super boring.
For this a team game, I think it just got figured out kind of fast. The stuff that's really good in the game kind of boils the game plan down to something relatively simplistic. The game sort of moves at a snail's pace. That never changed too much. I think we just got used to the fact that MK1, from the earlier versions that we played, the general interaction of the game is kind of slow. It doesn't have as much zoning as previous NRS games, for sure.
That's very true.
Overall movement and attack speed is really 50% slower than previous games. We all know MKX.
That's also very true. Oh yeah, absolutely.
It speeds the hell up, dude. It's actually really fast.
Bro, if I could be up front, if Sub-Zero was better in Mortal Kombat X, I would probably still be playing Mortal Kombat X. But he's the best in Mortal Kombat 1. For the longest time, Sub-Zero's been mid. But for me, in Mortal Kombat 1, Sub-Zero's probably my best character.
Complement all of that shit with like a cameo system that gets figured out pretty quick. A lot of casual fans for NRS games do not like the team stuff.
You didn't say any of that, you dumbass. What are you fucking saying? Told ya. You didn't say any of that. He said the game mechanics that they hinged the game on was figured out quickly. When did you say that? When did you even hint at that?
Like the fact that you have multiple characters. And this is another thing that's echoed in his, like, the comments of his video. People don't like that it's a team game. They don't want to have to like, learn this stuff. They just want a 1v1 fighting game, and they hope the cameos get removed from the game type stuff. From an overall perspective of like the casual perspective, which is the huge majority
I've heard
of
that
people
as
that
well.
remain interested in MK, it feels like they're just burned out. And the word of mouth for MK1 isn't generally good. It isn't come with like a huge positivity. I feel like the best word of mouth for MK is that the gameplay's fun. And that's where I'm at. Where it's like, yeah, I really enjoy the game. I played it.
See, and this is like directly contradictory to what Phil just said. He was sitting there saying that Max agrees with him, right? And here, Max is just shitting all over the idea that the game is bad. It's not a bad game, and it's not a simple game.
I played it
if it was simple, Phil, why did you only last one fucking stream playing it, dude?
But now, like, as I went and played a few more fighting games over the past month and came back to MK after a big hiatus of this, so it's like, okay, let's go see what MK1 is like. Yeah, dude, the problems of this game are pretty obvious. Like, just playing it is kind of rough. And if people are dedicating their time to playing invasions and shit, that stuff is a slog, man.
Yeah, I hate invasions.
Essentially, he's completely echoing everything I said. The only difference is I said it in the...
No, you're saying Mortal Kombat is bad, right? And that it's a one-trick pony. Max is saying the game is very fun, but its core mechanic got figured out too quickly, and people figured out the ways to optimize it too fast. It was a game that got figured out too quickly, so people lost interest in it. He's not saying that it's a bad game, right? He's not saying it's a bad game because you got your fucking ass kicked playing as Raiden, right? One of the most broken fucking characters in the game, right? He's not saying the game's bad because he lost playing Sindel, right? He's not saying that the game is bad because you couldn't recoup the amount of money that you put into the game off of one fucking stream. Bro, that's why you're saying the game is bad. He's saying the game is good, it's enjoyable, but it has an identity crisis, and the core mechanics are too easy to figure out, right? And people don't like the team-based mechanics. It's why they preferred tag team to be a separate mode and not the main focus of Mortal Kombat 9. I think the cameo system was a bad idea too, and in my opinion, the game does feel kind of rushed out, right? And the cameo system just feels like something they put in the game so they could put out half-created characters, right? And say that they're putting out full content when they're really not. It's just assists, flashy assists. That's it. I don't like it, right? A lot of people don't like it. But I do like Mortal Kombat 1. I think it's a fun and an enjoyable game with faults. You know, I'm not sitting here praising it up and down, right? You're just mad that the game was not what you preferred and you couldn't figure it out, bro. You couldn't even beat the fucking story mode. You had to change the difficulty.
First 2 weeks the game was out. I acknowledged all of these problems 2 weeks into the game's life cycle.
No, you didn't, bro. You're just changing his words to fit what you said. You're not listening to what he's saying. You're just listening for confirmation bias, bro. That's it. You're dumb.
Online play is the worst. The game is too slow paced. It's a simple
He didn't say that.
Cameo system that's
He
boring.
didn't say that.
Step back from MK10 and 11.
He didn't say that.
It's not as fun to play. It's unbalanced.
He didn't say that, and he didn't say that.
In fucking, what was it, September when the game came out? But again, here's the problem, and I hate to say this.
Bro, he didn't say any of that.
It's not just Max, but it's everyone in the FGC.
Bro, he didn't say any of that. He did not say any of that. He did not say any of that. He didn't say the game was broken online. He didn't. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? He didn't say that. He didn't say any of the things you fucking said, dude.
They have to get so hype over every new release because that's what prints them money. You have to understand that, okay? It's not just him. I'm not calling him out. It's the entire FGC. When a new fighting game comes out, they have to act like it's the best fucking thing ever because it prints them money. They want people coming to their streams, going to their tournaments, covering their stuff. You see what I mean? Me, I don't care if I call out a game in the first 2 weeks because I have a million other things I can do. I don't care if MK1 got traction on my channel or not. After playing it for 2 weeks, I got bored. I said, I'm not playing this anymore. The game's terrible. And then I went back to Street Fighter 6. I mean, Tekken, I liked. I played for over a month, right? About a month and a half. Because it's a very good game. But MK1, I got so bored right away. It's just not a good game. These people...
No, you didn't get bored. You got your ass fucking kicked. You got your ass kicked. You got your ass kicked because you couldn't figure out how to block, bro. And you got your ass obliterated.
People have to shill.
And then, let's just call it for what it is, dude. You're biased against Mortal Kombat because you prefer Street Fighter. It's a childish grudge that we all used to have. When I was a kid, I preferred Mortal Kombat to Street Fighter. And we always made fun of the Street Fighter kids. And the kids that played Street Fighter always made fun of us that played Mortal Kombat. It was a stupid tribal rivalry type thing. And the fact that you carry this into your 40s just proves that you are an immature, idiotic, moronic moron of a fucking child.
They have to say the
child.
game is good. They have to go back to it. They have to check out DLC characters because this is where their bread and butter is coming from. And it sucks because instead of getting honesty from the FGC, you get people who say the game's great and then people rush out and buy it.
Bro, if that was the case, right, and Max was paid to say the game was good, why would he have put out a video literally categorizing the faults of the game? 2 brain cells. Just rub them together real quick. Create the thought in your head and ask yourself, well, if everybody else was a shill and everybody else was dependent on the money from the developer to survive, why would Max the most popular fighting game content creator that has ever been on the platform, right? You can say, oh, what about Ketchup and Mustard? What about Team Spooky? None of them have done as much. None of them have given the FGC the amount of appeal that Max has. I'm sorry, they just haven't. You can say, but Team Spooky runs tournaments and puts on streams, but they're a niche product that people who already watch the product go to. Max is the common man that the common person will go to find out the lore behind Street Fighter, or why something happened in Capcom Infinite the way it did, or why X happened to Y game. You know, they would go to him for that, but they're not, right? I don't get it. 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 Why would he be criticizing Mortal Kombat if he was subsisting off of Mortal Kombat's success? Bro, make it make fucking sense.
And then it's not good. Like, for example, Mortal Kombat 1 would not sell as well as it did if the FGC didn't shill it. But it's this endless cycle of they shill it for a little bit, and then they don't care about it after a while. So why did you shill it?
You're ignoring the fact that Mortal Kombat is literally the DC to Street Fighter's Marvel. What are you talking about? In fighting games, yes, I'm not discounting other fighting games. I acknowledge Tekken and Grand Blue Fantasy and Marvel vs. Capcom, but to the common person, there are two basic fighting games. There is Mortal Kombat and there is fucking Street Fighter. Everything else is niche product, bro. Yeah, you could say, well, what about Darkstalkers? Yeah, sure, they might have their audience. And what about Injustice? Okay, yeah, the superheroes, I get it. But the common person, like when you ask a mother what she thinks a fighting game is, she'll probably say Street Fighter. The same way your mother will call a Nintendo or a PlayStation a Nintendo, or call all fucking video game characters Mario, you know? It's the common person's place to go. So why would he be shooting himself in the foot if that was the truth? Shut the fuck up, Phil. You dumb as ass.
We all know NetherRealm games are far inferior to other fighting game franchises. They always have been. They're more for that.
What? That's entirely subjective. And for the simple fact that you think Mortal Kombat 9 was an inferior game to Street Fighter 4, I'm sorry. In my opinion, that's not the case. It's not the case. Mortal Kombat 9 was vastly superior to Street Fighter 4. Mortal Kombat X and Mortal Kombat 11 were vastly superior games to Street Fighter 5. Now you can say when Mortal Kombat decided to do the whole 3D era thing that Street Fighter was vastly superior in every aspect, and Tekken kind of took over the number 2 spot from Mortal Kombat. But you cannot sit there and say that during the Super Nintendo to like the PlayStation 2, it was Street Fighter in Mortal Kombat as the big two. And then during Mortal Kombat's 3D era, Street Fighter overtook it by a landslide, right? And then during the PlayStation 3 era, when they actually got bought out, right? And you can say, well, what about Mortal Kombat versus DC? We're not talking about that right now, right? But if you take into account Mortal Kombat 9, it's a return to form for Mortal Kombat game. It really is. And in my opinion, it showed the vast superiority of NetherRealm Studios. You can't sit there and say that Street Fighter is a better product when they're biting off Mortal Kombat's ideas, bro. Street Fighter 6 literally had a conquest story mode where you went through and learned the powers of all the other fighters that were in the area. Guess what game did that first? Mortal Kombat Deception. Actually, it was Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance in a very primitive form, but it was Mortal Kombat Deception that made Conquest Mode into what it is now. Mortal Kombat games are literally why fighting games have story modes now. You can't sit there and say that they did nothing and that they were inferior product. Have they made inferior product? Absolutely. But you can't sit there and tell me that every Street Fighter game has been a fucking gem either.
That casual audience to go play because there's gore. It's a party game I play with my friends. So then stop fucking acting like it's a serious game and taking it seriously and having people buy it, and then now no one plays it, right? It had like insane amount of sales, and no one fucking plays the game now. So all those sales were wasted money. You know, like what the hell? Those sales could have went to other better games. Or
you do realize that Street Fighter has a casual audience that gets hyped for its release and then dies off after a while, right? He's so fucking retarded. I'm sorry. He's stupid as shit.
Better fighting games, you know, that would have longevity. But no, we have to have your quick gratification of get those views, get the shilling out, make the money. I didn't shill shit. I bought it. I thought the story sucked. The online play was atrocious. The characters weren't interesting. The game was unbalanced. The game...
No, you said the beginning part of the story was good, but when it revealed itself to be like a multiverse type story, it was bad. Now you're just retconning it to being a complete shit show. Bro, you're a moron.
The play was boring and simpleton shit. Like, I said that the first week it was out. And I said, fuck this game. I'm not wasting time on it anymore. Let's do better things. But that's not what the FGC does. It's sad. I wish they did. Because here's him making this video back in, what was this, February? Right? I said that in September. And it all stands true. It was all correct.
In here. Bro, nothing of what you said is what he said. None of it. He said the game was good, but it was easily figured out and it fell off too quickly because the core mechanic wasn't what people wanted for Mortal Kombat. Bro, it's not what you said at all. You said the game was bad because it didn't work online. Bro, it works just fine online. You got your ass fucking blasted, bro. You got beat up playing as Raiden.
All right, guys. Anyway, good stuff. And let's move on. We're going to continue on with these standard member submissions. Well, excuse me, submission tier level submissions in a sec. But thanks for watching.
Oh my god, boil my brains. Oh my god, please boil my brains. Boil my brains. Okay, so I haven't seen this. I don't know what this is about.
Yeah. And like the caps come with these fake bullets.
He appeared intoxicated and was playing with his toy gun at the Angie's.
Yeah, this is my cap gun. If you saw the unboxing video on my YouTube, I put a link to where I got it, the website I got it from. Joanne's a sweet older gal, and she hooked it up, dude. This cap gun was made in Spain.
The fans were invited on to ask questions. Chaos assumed.
Hi, do you? Why does that sound familiar? Bit clips? What is that?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask Josh, like, why does he continue e-begging?
Okay, you asshole, get out of here! Come on.
I don't e-beg for my fucking money, dude.
Wings Tings, hello.
You know what the best part about this is? I don't have to.
You know what's the best part is you're obsessed with Ellen Knight. That's why you hang out with Walt and Angie.
No.
I got it. I got it, Josh. Don't.
How is it it's not my fault if Walt and Angie invite me over to hang out. Exactly. Walt likes me as a friend and a second son, so fuck yourselves, dude.
Did you have something you wanted to say to Josh? Say hi. Be nice.
No. No, I just I wanted to ask him. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
All right, fuck
I wanted to
this.
ask him about like if about Ellen Knight, if he remembers that chick.
No, I don't give a fuck about this. I want to talk about stuff that I like more than Kyle's.
Hello everyone,
honestly.
and welcome to a very new series to the channel, Mortal Kombat Across the Multiverse. Now, unlike my explorative History of series, which tackles the character within the main canon of games, for this, I really wanted to deviate away from that formula and explore beyond the horizons of the established mainline, allowing us to take a look and see how the characters have evolved outside the main continuity, giving us different versions of a character that stray away from that of the norm. This allows for a pretty interesting deep dive throughout the franchise.
Mortal Kombat versus DC is the best version of
Sub-Zero
Sub-Zero
us to
ever.
See what influences and changes have impacted the character with each different iteration. With that said, in today's episode, we will be focusing on the iconic Cryomancer of the franchise and fan-beloved Blue Ninja of the series, Sub-Zero. But in order for us to do such an ambitious undertaking, I do wish to note that I will solely be focusing on his movies, shows, and game spin-offs as the main centerpiece of this video. I know there exists an ever so loosely canon comic book line published by Malibu back in the 90s, but honestly, that entire line actually deserves a video in itself to do it justice, as there's just so many characters and comes out so early in the franchise that a lot of characters there haven't quite developed yet. And I mean, for God's sake, Scorpion even has a mace instead of a kunai, hence why it deserves its own video. But before we dive into things, I do actually strongly recommend watching the History of Sub-Zero episode, as the character from the main line of games basically serve as the blueprint to which each and every other version would be based off. It serves as a really handy push-off point to this video. And hey, if you like this series and wish to see more, as it is something completely new here, please do give this video a thumbs up and tick that bell to stay up to date with all that we do here. So with that said, let's begin. Now, our first non-canon game appearance is actually that of Mortal Kombat Shaolin Monks. Unlike the typical 1v1 standard set forth from previous titles,
dude, Shaolin Monks is fucking goated, bro.
With the premise of its main story being a reinterpretation of Mortal Kombat 2, having both Liu Kang and Kung Lao behind the steering wheel as the game's main leads. In this game, the Sub-Zero mantle is donned by none other than Kuai Liang, seemingly on the run from the Lin Kuei, having traveled to the Netherrealm in the hopes of saving his brother. Here, he would encounter the Shaolin monks, mistaking them for undead souls, which lead.
I remember working my ass off in this game to figure out how to unlock Sub-Zero, bro. I played as Sub-Zero all the time. He's actually why I love Sub-Zero. Before this game, I like Scorpion.
Leads to a fight between them. But before things can turn ugly, it is ended early by Liu Kang, who recognizes his attire, knowing full well that this couldn't have been the same person at the first tournament. So in exchange for saving his life, Sub-Zero finds a common ground between the two, assisting them in their pursuit of Kitana, as it allows him to dive deeper into the Netherrealm. But once in these wastelands, he would be distracted by Scorpion. With vengeance,
Scorpion looks so good in this fucking game too, bro. The character design was on point.
Shaolin farewell. Kuai Liang makes one final appearance in the game a little later on, where he can be seen fighting his own brother, now under the Noob Saibot mantle, encountering the Shaolin once more, before then pursuing his brother. Now, Sub-Zero in this game is actually a fully playable character, as you can use him in both the story mode and the game's versus mode, albeit playing as him in the story only is a reskin of Lu and Lao, but you still gain access to your full repertoire and toolkit. Sadly, this entire plotline is left unfinished, as the Shaolin Monk sequel, Fire and Ice, would be cancelled in very early development. This then takes us onto our next non-canon game, the infamous, fabled, and very controversial Mortal Kombat
I love
universe.
this game.
This game would actually take place in its entirely own separate continuity, with the story itself split into two different halves. One being focused from the Mortal Kombat character perspective, and the other being focused from the DC side, as both did inevitably intertwine. In a very strange turn of events, Shao Kahn and Darkseid are merged due to a boon tube and a portal being opened in the same place in two separate realities. This rift causes the creation of Dark Khan, who then begins to inflict fighters with furious rage as their worlds collide. Narratively, the events of this game presumably take place after the end of MK3, as Shao's invasion has failed and he is severely weakened, meaning that it is Kuai Liang donning the mantle once more. And in the aftermath of the Emperor's defeat, the merging of worlds caused people to just disappear. And with the Lin Kuei's numbers dwindling, Kuai sets out to get answers by attacking Liu Kang, believing that the champion could be the culprit behind this. But in defeat, he learns that the Lin Kuei aren't the only victims, as there are many members of the White Lotus Society who have also suddenly disappeared. Thus, realizing that there is something far more sinister going on, Kuai Liang would travel out to unfamiliar lands, to the Fortress of Solitude, having him here collide with the likes of the Kryptonian Superman. In most instances, the Cape's Big Blue would have the advantage, but the fluctuating power of rage allows him to freeze Kal-El. Yet, this is all temporary, as once he is found by Diana, Wonder Woman, he would be swiftly defeated, and needing answers herself, he would be restrained and taken to the Watchtower for interrogation. However, the Cryomancer is as clueless as she is, later being able to break free with the assistance of Jackson Briggs. And with time passing and their options dwindling, he realizes that the only person with answers could be Quan Chi, now sealed away to the depths of the Netherrealm.
He's
but to get
so
answers,
goddamn
he seeks
cool,
both
bro.
guidance and
He's so awesome.
Not
He's
someone
the coolest
that would
Mortal
give up
Kombat
this
character.
information so easily. Because in this timeline, the Lin Kuei have a conflicting history with Earthrealm, putting him at odds with the god till they fight. And with Kuai victorious, he is able to convince the god of his change of heart, who then points him in the right direction, which unfortunately does take him to Gotham City, where he gets into a brawl with Deathstroke and defeats the assassin before arriving at the Batcave.
Sub-Zero
Here,
would destroy
he is confronted
Deathstroke.
by the Caped Crusader, and being unprepared for Sub-Zero's arrival, he would be defeated. Yet, before he could get answers, in a blink of an eye, he would be ensnared by Scorpion's spear, dragged to the Netherrealm, where he would find Quan Chi. Then finally, able to learn of his horrific answers, that the two worlds were merging, and that both would perish. By escaping the Netherrealm, Sub-Zero is able to relay this message to Raiden, but the Thunder God just scolds him for enabling Quan's escape. That is, until the Necromancer appears before them, saying that they all must band together for the oncoming storm. And this leads to a very strange team-up between the likes of Scorpion and Sub-Zero, as the two can be seen battling Lex Luthor and Catwoman in a losing effort. Kuai would make his final few appearances during the climax of the game, as the worlds are being ripped apart by Dark Khan, forcing both sides to fight for his amusement. Eventually, this is stopped once Dark Khan is defeated, and the worlds are separated once more. What's interesting is that in the aftermath of these events, it actually looks like Batman made quite the impression on Kuai Liang, cutting his ties with the Lin Kuei, and becoming a similar heroic-like figure in Earthrealm's defense. Currently, there's been no follow-up nor sequel, thus this marks the end of this Sub-Zero. Taking us onto our next game here, Injustice 2. And here, he serves as a crossover non-canon
I have no idea what the story is
being
here for
portrayed
him.
by Kuai Liang yet again, and we actually learn that this is the same Sub-Zero from the end of Mortal Kombat X, where after fending off Koto's forces, he accidentally stumbles into a portal, winding up in the world of Injustice. In his arcade ladder ending, we would see him assist Batman's insurgency with defeating Brainiac. Yet upon trying to return back to his world, the gateway would instead lead to the Phantom Zone, unleashing a wrathful Superman and other horrors from within. So Sub-Zero would continue to remain in this world, as he would continue to defend it. With the games now covered, let's actually talk about the live action side of this character, taking us all the way back to the fan-adored 1995 adaptation. Now this iteration of Sub-Zero plays a very minor role in the film, acting as more of a bodyguard to Shang Tsung than that of an assassin. In saying that, Bi-Han does have some pretty great scenes here, completely annihilating his exhibition opponents, and later fighting Liu Kang, forcing him to use his wit opposed to his fists. But tragically for the Cryomancer, his finally taking us over to the more animated side of things, beginning with Mortal Kombat: The Legend Begins. Now this was a pseudo-canon prequel tie-in movie designed to take place after the Conquest show, and just prior to that of the 1995 movie. Narratively, it doesn't fit in quite too well with the rest of the continuity, hence why it is pseudo-canon. But this version does recap the eternal feud between Scorpion and Sub-Zero, with of course, Bi-Han winning. Moving on, we do have Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm. This was a more kid-friendly oriented show, designed to capture the audience that came from the success and boom of Mortal Kombat 3 and the 1995 movie. Because of this, the nature of this timeline is actually extremely unique, roughly taking place in the same time frame as Mortal Kombat 3, yet with blended elements from the movie, such as how Liu Kang froze Bi-Han. So needless to say that the Sub-Zero we have here is indeed Kuai Liang, and his origins do align with that of his original timeline counterpart, having been raised alongside Smoke and escaped due to the Cyber Initiative, later aligning himself with the Earthrealm Defenders as he fights off threats from within and outside the realm. During the show's run, he is able to save Smoke from the Lin Kuei's brainwashing, yet the two end up parting ways, as Smoke can't accept that he has betrayed the Lin Kuei. So, with the show only having lasted 13 episodes, that is all that we currently know of this particular Sub-Zero. This takes us onto the more recent big animated movies, with Mortal Kombat Legends: Scorpion's Revenge being the first. During this installment, Bi-Han plays yet another minor role. Whilst visually present in the opening massacre, it is once again Quan Chi framing Bi-Han. He only actually physically appears much later on during the events of the tournament himself, where he is puzzled by the misguided rage of Scorpion, later being tackled and impaled on a spike at the bottom of the pit, marking the death of Bi-Han in this timeline. The repercussions of these events would be felt in its sequel, Battle of the Realms, with Kuai taking over the mantle. Here, he can be seen training alongside Smoke in preparation to avenge his brother.
I need to watch
much like
that.
the original canon, the Cyber Initiative does begin, and Smoke is transformed against his will. This, however, would not halt his quest for vengeance, as throughout the movie, Kuai would actively hunt down Hanzo, even with his former allies, the Cyber Lin Kuei, caught in the crossfire. His path of rage emulates the same misguided anger that Scorpion once had. And much like the last film, this anger is only simmered once the truth of Quan Chi is revealed. Now, during the movie itself, there is an overarching plot of Shinnok
the
acquiring the
Kami-Dogu.
Kami-Dogus, as he seeks to ascend to that of the One Being. But this
Oh,
plot
no.
thread is resolved rather quickly by Liu Kang's own ascension to divinity,
Ugh.
putting an end to the god and restoring the realms back to their former beings. The next animated movie is actually Mortal Kombat Snowblind. But unlike the previous two, Snowblind is an Elseworld story set in a reality of Kano's vision. Somewhat piggybacking off the end of Mortal Kombat 11's multiverse theory, with how arcade ladder endings are all canonical in some way. In this timeline and era, upon Kronika's defeat, it would be Kano that weaves the hourglass of time, creating a desolate wasteland where the heroes of old are gone and Kano is king. In this Mad Max-inspired world, Kuai Liang is a shell of his former self. As prior to the events of the film, the world of man would be overrun by wild revenants, causing chaos, destruction, and death across the land. Seeing it as a challenge, Kuai would lead an assault against the undead, with his pride blinding him to the truth of the situation. With his forces overrun and the undead amassing, the Cryomancer would unleash a storm so wild that it killed all in the city he tried to protect. Bleeding with guilt, Kuai would renounce his powers, giving up his life as an assassin and actively
Yo, I need
try
to watch
hide his
this.
past, even with nightmares terrorizing him every night. To guarantee such devastation would never occur again, he would actually make a deal with Scorpion. But should he ever lose control once again, it would be he that takes him to the Netherrealm to never hurt another innocent soul. The events of Snowblind itself would take place many years later, with the world in the firm clutches of Kano, where his black dragons would wander, kill, and purge whomever they desired. Kuai Liang is but a simple farmer with no known past and simply sells food to get by day by day. That is, until he is recognized by Kenshi, who is able to goad him into showing his skill and even tries to convince him to take him on as a student. Understandably, due to his own history, he actually declines, being more of a pacifist and even kneeling before the Black Dragons to protect Kenshi. The ambitious nature of the young man causes him to be beaten by Tremor and later blinded by Shang Tsung, leading to him winding up on Kuai's farm. Feeling sympathy for the young man, he does nurse the Takahashi back to health, but can't help realize his unique relationship to Sento. Believing that there was far more than meets the eye, he would teach the young naive boy, having him hone and strengthen his senses, allowing him to replace what was once lost. However, the tyranny of the Black Dragons forced Kenshi's hand, with his heroic endeavors striking a chord with Kuai Liang. Finding no honor in watching as the world burns, he would call upon Scorpion and suit up one final time to take down Kano's kingdom, unleashing a never-ending blizzard as he cuts and tears his way through the Black Dragons. And his final duel with Kano is absolutely brutal, as he loses an arm in the process. But it's here where he begins to rip him apart, piece by piece, where he is then crushed. With Kano's death and the hourglass gone, Kuai would uphold his end of the bargain, leaving for the Netherrealm with Hanzo, but tells Kenshi to carry on the spirit of the Lin Kuei, with him as its new Grand Master and visionary, thus marking an end to this tale of Kuai Liang's story. So, this covers every unique and different iteration of Sub-Zero's character in film, TV shows, and games.
That last one I had no idea about. Oh shit. Should we do vocal covers? Peter, stop, buddy. You gotta stop. Ew, dude, is that a booger in his mustache, my guy? That's disgusting.
What up, YouTube? The last live stream ended without my permission. I was about to bust in some vocal covers, and the system was just like, I don't like Cobra telling it like it is, so I'm gonna censor him. Systematic censorship is a real thing. I'm starting to believe it. Well, I'll give you 4 vocal covers. Beatles, Johnny Cash, some Ozzy Osbourne, and some Elvis Presley. That was going to be the end of my video, but like the last video cut off without my permission. I'm like, well, son of a bitch. We'll get into it here in a second. Remember, right into your heart. You can start to make it better. Get and like I was never anything like what my trolls suggest me to be like. All you can do is control you. All the trolls calling me a sicko or just clowning themselves, to be honest, and that's all I'm gonna say on that. Make it better, 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 better.
Top quality vocals, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, that's about as much of that as I can handle. Alright, guys, I will see you next time. I hope you had a good night. If you didn't have a good night, I hope you have a better morning. I will see you next time.